One fact about every basketball Olympic tournament. 1936 Berlin. This was the first official basketball Olympic tournament, and it took place in, let's say, Yahtzee, Germany, for lack of a better word. Team USA got the gold. The US men's basketball team beat Canada 19-8 in the final round to win gold, and yes, that was the final score. If you're wondering why the score was so low, the game was held outdoors on a dirt court in the pouring rain. This made it impossible to dribble. There was also no seats for spectators or fans, so there were fewer than 1,000 fans watching the game in the pouring rain for the entirety of that final match. Playing basketball in the rain is one thing. Playing it in the pouring rain on a dirt court must be extremely agitating. I'm surprised no one started a world war after this. 1948, the London Olympics. It took about 12 years for the Olympics to return. I guess that 1936 tournament was so horrible they didn't want to do it anymore. Or maybe there was another reason. Anywho, in 1948, the NBA or BAA at the time was just roughly 2 years old, and 6 US gold medalists were either current or future NBA players. 1952, the Helsinki Olympics. Of the 1952 USA gold roster, Clyde Lovellette was the only NBA player. The team still won gold. Clyde is a 3-time NBA champ and 4-time NBA All-Star. 1956, the Melbourne Olympics. The first Olympics to feature NBA legend Bill Russell. Of course, with talent like that, the team was destined to win gold, and that's what they did. They won their 4th gold medal in a row. 1960, the Rome Olympics. This US Olympic team featured both Jerry West and Oscar Robertson. No question this duo would lead the US to another gold, winning 5 golds in a row. 1964, the Tokyo Olympics. Not only would Team USA win 6 golds in a row, they won every game during this tournament with an average margin of 30 points in their favor. The 1968 Mexico City Olympics. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar protested these Olympic Games and removed himself from the roster. This is due to the racial injustice in America at the time in the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Team USA still won gold, but it was a very controversial time for players to either play or not play in the game. Kareem ended up getting death threats for his decision, but he would have gotten hate no matter what choice he made. 1972, the Munich Olympics. The Soviet Union defeated Team USA in the final round, which gave the Soviets gold and the USA silver. Not only did this end a 7 straight gold streak for Team USA, it also ended a 63 single game win streak as well. Prior to this loss, Team USA was 63-0 in Olympic tournament games. 1976, Montreal. The United States reclaimed the gold medal in the tournament, and this Olympics also featured the first USA women's basketball team in the women's competition. 1980, the Moscow Olympics. The United States boycotted these games, leading to the Soviet Union winning the gold medal in men's basketball. The reason Team USA boycotted these Olympics is because America was mad at the Soviet Union for invading Afghanistan. Something America would never do, right? 1984, the Los Angeles Olympics. After the USA boycotted entering the Soviet Union played parrot and decided to boycott entering the United States. Or maybe they were afraid of facing Michael Jordan, as this was his first Olympic tournament, and of course he wins gold. MJ's first NBA game was October 26, 1984, which means he was an Olympic gold medal champion before even playing in the NBA. The 1988 Seoul Olympics. Team USA did extremely poorly for Team USA standards, as this was their first bronze medal in Olympic tournament history. And it's not like they had a lack of talent. While the roster could have been better, they still had the likes of David Robinson and Mitch Richmond on the team. Both are all-stars and one is even an MVP. 1992, the Barcelona Olympics. This of course was the Dream Team, and the original Dream Team never called a single timeout in their Olympic title run back in '92. That's right, head coach Chuck Daly didn't even call a single timeout over the course of the entire tournament's competition. Maybe it's because they were beating some of their opponents by an average of 43.8 points per game. 1996, the Atlanta Olympics. Not only did Team USA men's won gold during this Olympic tournament, Team USA for women's also won gold, back-to-back gold champions. Another interesting fact about this Olympic team is that Hakeem Olajuwon became a US citizen in April of 1993, and thus he joined this team and no longer played for Nigeria. 2000s, the Sydney Olympics. Despite Kobe, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, Paul Pierce, Reggie Miller, and David Robinson withdrawing from the Team USA roster, the Team USA still managed to win gold and go undefeated in this tournament. 2004, the Athens Olympics. This was the most upsetting Team USA performance. They had LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, and Tim Duncan, but they came in third with the most US losses in Olympic tournament history at 3 losses during the entire Olympic tournament. And again, this is bad for Team USA standards. 2008, the Beijing Olympics. This team was known as the Redeem Team. After having such a poor 2004 run with essentially a similar core, Team USA in 2008 defeated a really tough Spain team in the finals and claimed gold with a perfect record during this tournament. And if you're wondering, yes, this is the Olympics in which Kobe rammed Pau Gasol straight in the chest. I'm sure everyone was surprised that was going to happen except for maybe Pau Gasol himself. He probably was expecting that. 2012, the London Olympics. Not only did Team USA win gold yet again, they set an Olympic single game record with 156 points scored against Nigeria in the preliminary round. 2016, the Rio de Janeiro Olympics. The United States won their 15th gold medal by beating Serbia 96-66, which is a 30-point margin in Team USA's favor, the largest margin of victory since the 1992 Dream Team final match. The 2020/2021 Tokyo Olympics. This Olympic match was postponed due to COVID, and this USA team was heavily carried by Kevin Durant as he shot 52.9% from the field, 37.5% from the three-point line, and 90.5% from the free throw line. He was also named the FIBA MVP of the 2020 Olympic men's basketball tournament. 2024, the Paris Olympics. While the Paris Olympics did not start yet, they begin on July 26, 2024. This 2024 roster has the most former MVPs on a single roster in Olympic history, with 4 of them: LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Joel Embiid. Not even the 1992 Dream Team had 4 former MVPs. Now, for being honest, this fact is a little semantical. For example, Karl Malone, David Robinson, and Charles Barkley weren't MVPs yet, although technically they do become MVPs. But in the year 1992, the only MVPs on that roster at the time were Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan. So if you count future MVPs, then obviously 1992 takes the cake with 6 of them, but if we're doing former or current, then 2024 takes the cake with 4 of them. But who knows, maybe some players on this 2024 roster, like say Anthony Edwards, might one day become an MVP. Or Tyrese Halliburton, but definitely not Jason Tatum. Derek White possibly. I'm kidding. At the end of the day, this fact is a bit semantical depending on who or who you don't want to count as an MVP yet. Also, like Hakeem Olajuwon, Joel Embiid recently became a US citizen in 2022 and thus joined this team instead of playing for France or Cameroon. So here was one fact about every Team USA basketball Olympic tournament. Let me know how you think the 2024 Olympics would go down and who do you think's gonna win gold. Don't forget to dunk on that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Rebound Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.